You thought technology would set you free, but it just made it easier to build your cage. At first, it felt like a gift, a new frontier. 1,000 doors opened at once. Every question answered, every face reachable, every dream just one click closer. Freedom, connection, limitless potential. That's what they told you, and you believed it, because you wanted to. You wanted to think that more was better, that faster was safer, that closer was kinder. But the closer you got, the more you lost. Because what they gave you wasn't connection, it was a substitute, a simulation, a mirror that reflects back only what you want to see, never what you need to face. Every like, every notification, every perfectly tailored ad, a small drip of validation, a hit of dopamine, timed just right to keep you chasing. And while you were chasing, something else was happening. You stopped looking up. You stopped thinking your own thoughts. You stopped feeling the weight of real silence. Technology didn't set you free. It rewired you to stay exactly where they wanted you. Always looking, always wanting, always waiting for the next hit of connection that never truly connects. Because if you're always looking at a screen, you're not looking at yourself. And if you're not looking at yourself, you're easier to control. You stopped noticing the cages being built around you. Because you were too busy decorating the inside, your identity became a collection of algorithms. Your desires became predictable. Your fears became profitable. And the walls grew higher. You call it convenience. They call it control. The irony is almost beautiful. We built these systems. We fed them our data, our habits, our emotions. And now they know us better than we know ourselves. You don't even have to tell them what you want anymore. They tell you. You don't even have to dream anymore. They sell you ready-made dreams. And you accept it. Because it's easier. Easier to swipe than to search. Easier to scroll than to think. Easier to react than to create. But what happens when the cage becomes invisible? When it feels like freedom because you've forgotten what real freedom tasted like? What happens when you can no longer tell the difference between choice and manipulation? You think you chose this. You think you built this. But it built you. One decision at a time. One click at a time. One compromise at a time. Until the version of you that existed before the network fades into static. And all that's left is a consumer. A profile. A predictable, pliable node in a system too vast to see, too silent to fight. This is not science fiction. This is not a warning for the future. This is already happening. You can feel it in the way conversations have shortened. You can feel it in the way attention spans have shriveled. You can feel it in the way real, uncomfortable emotions are numbed by endless streams of curated content. We are drowning in information and starving for meaning. Because technology doesn't nourish the soul, it pacifies it. It keeps you comfortable enough to stop asking questions. It keeps you entertained enough to stop noticing the decay. It keeps you distracted enough to believe that progress and purpose are the same thing. They're not. Progress gave you faster ways to numb yourself. Purpose is what you lost along the way. You live in a time where every second of your attention is a commodity. You are the product. Your focus is their currency. And the only thing standing between you and complete assimilation is awareness. The willingness to look up. The willingness to feel the discomfort of real life again. The willingness to be bored. The willingness to think thoughts that haven't been optimized for maximum engagement. You can still step out of the cage, but it won't be easy. Because the cage has been made comfortable. It has been painted with your favorite colors. It plays your favorite songs. It whispers your favorite dreams. And you will have to choose, every day, to remember that none of it is real. None of it is freedom. It is a simulation of freedom, an imitation of life. And the cost of staying will be higher than you can imagine. Because one day you might wake up and realize you never really lived. You just scrolled. You just clicked. You just consumed. And the person you could have been, the life you could have lived, will be buried under a mountain of forgotten passwords and empty notifications. You thought technology would set you free. But freedom was never something they could give you. It was something you had to fight for, something you had to choose, every day, every moment. And maybe it's not too late. Maybe the fact that you're still listening means there's a part of you they couldn't program, a part of you that remembers what it means to be awake, to be wild, to be free. The future is still unwritten. And maybe, somewhere beyond the noise, beyond the endless scroll, beyond the flashing images designed to keep you numb, there's a path back to yourself. One step at a time, one thought at a time, one moment of real, unbearable silence at a time. You were born free. You were wired for connection, not to machines, but to meaning. And even now, after everything, you can still remember. You can still find your way out. Not through rebellion, not through rage, but through refusal. Refusing to give them your last real moments. Refusing to become just another ghost behind a glowing screen. Choose yourself. Choose presence. Choose to feel again, even when it hurts. Because the pain of waking up will always be better than the numbness of staying asleep. And if you're still here, still breathing, still willing to fight for a life that feels real, then maybe you were never as lost as you thought. Maybe you're exactly where you need to be to begin again. Happy Easter. May it be the first of many awakenings. Subscribe if you're ready to wake up.